Imagine you are hearing the wisdom of an old legendary Japanese doctor. What if the secret to living to 100 years old was not hidden away in an expensive laboratory or a complex scientific formula, but was instead, as this legendary doctor shares, waiting patiently for you, sitting quietly on your dinner plate? Imagine a life not just of extended years, but of vibrant, energetic decades where your body and mind remain sharp, resilient, and full of vitality. This is not a distant fantasy or a fleeting dream. For generations, it has been the lived reality in certain corners of Japan, where the wisdom of longevity is woven into the very fabric of daily life, into the simple, humble meals shared with family. It is a philosophy of nourishment, a deep understanding of how the earth's gifts can sustain us. We often look for complex solutions to the profound question of a long and healthy life, seeking out the latest technological marvels or pharmaceutical breakthroughs, yet we overlook the quiet power of tradition, the accumulated knowledge passed down from mother to daughter, from doctor to patient, over countless centuries. The doctors of Japan, particularly in regions famed for their centenarians like Okinawa, have long understood this principle. They don't just prescribe medicine, they prescribe a way of living, a way of eating, that respects the body's innate ability to heal and thrive, guiding generations toward a future filled with more sunrises, more laughter, and more cherished moments. This journey we are about to embark on is not about restrictive diets or the denial of pleasure. On the contrary, it is about embracing a rich tapestry of flavors, textures, and aromas that have been cherished for their life-giving properties. It is about rediscovering the profound connection between what we eat and how we feel, a connection that modern life has often caused us to forget. We will explore the wisdom of these Japanese medical professionals and the elders they care for, learning not just what they eat, but why they eat it, and how these simple ingredients work in harmony with our bodies to unlock our own potential for a long, vibrant existence. Consider this an invitation to look at your own plate with new eyes. What if every meal could be an act of self-care, a deliberate step toward a healthier, more energetic future? The secrets are not locked away, they are accessible, affordable, and deeply nourishing. They are the foods that have sustained the world's longest living people, and today, we will begin to uncover their power, one by one. The path to 100 years begins not with a single giant leap, but with the small, conscious choices we make every single day, starting with the very next bite we take. Before rice became the dominant staple in mainland Japan, the people of Okinawa built their lives and their extraordinary health upon a different foundation, the humble sweet potato. Known as imo, this vibrant, nutrient-dense root vegetable was the centerpiece of the traditional Okinawan diet. For centuries it constituted the majority of their caloric intake, providing the sustained energy needed for a life of farming, fishing, and active community engagement. Its presence on the plate was a symbol of sustenance and a deep connection to the fertile soil of the islands. The Okinawan sweet potato, with its distinctive deep purple flesh, is visually striking, a clue to the potent nutrition held within. It is a food of the earth, unassuming in its form but powerful in its effects. It can be prepared in countless ways, steamed until tender, roasted to bring out its natural sweetness, or mashed into comforting dishes. This versatility ensured it was a constant welcome presence at every meal. The reliance on the sweet potato shaped not just the health of the Okinawans but their entire culture. It was a crop that could withstand the harsh typhoon seasons, providing a reliable source of food when other plants might fail. This imbued the sweet potato with a sense of security and gratitude. It was seen as a gift from the land, a provider that sustained them through hardship. This deep respect for their primary food source is a key element of the Okinawan philosophy of nuchi gusui, which translates to food is medicine. In today's world, where we are surrounded by highly processed carbohydrates, the Okinawan example offers a profound lesson. Their staple food was not a refined grain stripped of its nutrients but a whole, complex carbohydrate, complete with its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This foundational choice is a critical piece of the puzzle of their longevity. It demonstrates that the energy source we choose as our staple has far-reaching consequences for our health. When modern nutritionists analyze the traditional Okinawan diet, they consistently point to the sweet potato as a nutritional powerhouse. It is exceptionally rich in dietary fiber, a crucial component for digestive health and blood sugar regulation. Over 60% of the traditional Okinawans' daily carbohydrate intake came from sweet potatoes, providing a slow-release energy that prevents blood sugar spikes and promotes satiety. The vibrant purple color is the visual evidence of a high concentration of antioxidants, specifically anthocyanins. These antioxidants are the body's cellular protectors, working tirelessly to neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress and contribute to aging and disease. By consuming a diet rich in these protective compounds, Okinawans gave their bodies a constant defense against cellular damage, effectively slowing down the aging process from the inside. Beyond fiber and antioxidants, sweet potatoes are a fantastic source of essential vitamins and minerals crucial for vision, immune function, and skin health. A nutritionist would view the sweet potato not as a single nutrient food, but as a multivitamin in its natural, whole form. This expert analysis confirms what Okinawans have known for generations through lived experience. Their staple food was functional, medicinal, and deeply nourishing. The scientific data provides a clear explanation for why a diet centered on this humble root vegetable could support such extraordinary longevity. In the northern part of Okinawa lies the village of Ogimi, often called the Village of Longevity. The story of Ogimi is inextricably linked to the story of the sweet potato. The daily life of the villagers revolved around planting, tending, and harvesting this vital crop, forming the bedrock of their extraordinary health and vitality. One elder from Ogimi recalled that her family's wealth was not measured in money, but in the size of their sweet potato harvest. A full storehouse of imo meant security, health, and the ability to share with neighbors. This wasn't a diet of deprivation, it was a diet of abundance, centered on a food they loved and trusted. The community's collective health is a testament to this shared dietary practice. The chronic diseases that plague so many in the Western world are conspicuously rare. This is the living proof of their philosophy. The sweet potato, with its rich fiber and antioxidant content, allowed them to age with grace, strength, and a remarkable degree of independence. The story of Ogimi and its beloved sweet potato serves as a powerful living example. It challenges us to think about the staples in our own diets and what they are truly providing for us. Have you incorporated this golden root into your meals? We would love to hear about your favorite ways to prepare sweet potatoes in the comments below. In the design of a long and healthy life, we must consider the vast life-giving waters that cradle our islands. Seaweed, or kaizo, is a humble yet profound gift from the ocean that has sustained our people for millennia. It is a direct connection to the deep, mineral-rich currents that flow around our archipelago. Seaweed is a fundamental component in our daily diet, carrying a treasure trove of minerals often scarce in terrestrial plants. It provides iodine, essential for the thyroid gland, calcium, magnesium, and iron, the very building blocks of our physical structure and vitality. The sea offers us this concentrated form of wellness, asking only that we have the wisdom to incorporate it into our lives. This is ancestral knowledge passed down through generations. Doctors and dietitians often recommend seaweed in the diets of recovering patients, recognizing its ability to replenish the body's essential stores. To see seaweed on a plate is to see a piece of the ocean's soul. Its varied textures and umami-rich flavor remind us of our island nation's bond with the water. It nourishes not just the physical form, but also our cultural identity. Consider dashi, a broth made from kombu, infusing water with its profound essence. The thyroid gland craves iodine to regulate our energy levels. Regularly consuming seaweed is a simple act of maintenance, ensuring this critical component has the fuel it needs. I remember an elderly woman in the Izu Peninsula gathering wakame from the shore. She served it simply, a taste of pure vitality, a pact with nature for a long and healthy life. A sprinkle of aonori on rice, a sheet of nori to wrap rice, a few strands of wakame for a salad, these are simple gestures. Each is a nod to a tradition of wellness that has stood the test of time. Consider the onigiri, held together by a crisp sheet of nori. This daily consumption of nori is a powerful example of how wellness can be woven into a culture's eating habits. Healthful practices become second nature, an effortless habit. I recall my mother packing my bento box with nori, a constant presence. Look at seaweed as a simple, powerful tool. Incorporate this gift from the sea into your daily rituals. Think of it as an edible wrapper for a healthier life. If every Japanese kitchen has a soul, it lives in a container of miso. This simple paste, made from fermented soybeans, salt, and a special starter called koji, is much more than just a seasoning. It's a living food, full of tiny workers that create amazing flavors and healthy benefits. When you open a container of miso, you get a smell that's earthy, savory, and really comforting. It smells like home, like old traditions, and like many meals shared with family. Making miso teaches us a lot. Soybeans are cooked with steam, mashed, mixed with salt and koji, and then put away to rest. For months, sometimes even years, a slow, quiet change happens. The parts of the bean slowly break down into a mix of good stuff and sugars, making the rich, savory taste we call umami. You can't rush this process, you have to respect nature's timing. The fermenting process creates a lot of good bacteria, called probiotics. These are like guards for our gut, the unseen workers who keep our insides balanced. A healthy gut is the base for all health, affecting everything from how we digest food and fight off sickness to how we feel. Miso is one of our oldest and most trusted ways to do this internal gardening. So having a bowl of miso soup every day isn't just a habit, it's a way to take care of yourself. Every spoonful shows respect for what our ancestors knew and a promise to our own lasting health. My own grandmother's miso soup was simply perfect. The ingredients changed with the seasons: soft wakame seaweed and tiny clams in the spring, hearty daikon radish and fried tofu in the winter. This strong, personal connection to miso soup is shared across generations. It's often the first solid food a child tries and the last comforting meal an older person wants. Gently heating the dashi broth, carefully mixing in the miso paste, never letting it boil, which would hurt the good probiotics, and adding fresh, seasonal ingredients. Sharing that same comforting taste day after day creates a feeling of being connected and belonging. When a mother makes miso soup for her family, she's not just making a meal, she's continuing a tradition, passing down a taste that has been loved for hundreds of years. This is the power of a food like miso. It works in many ways at once, but beyond its physical benefits, it's a source of emotional and cultural nourishment. This idea, this deep respect for the process, is what makes miso more than just a sauce, but something truly special, a food with a soul. This tradition of fermenting is a precious gift. And so, the simple bowl of miso soup becomes a powerful statement. It's a link to the past and an investment in the future. Share your family's miso story in the comments below. Let's celebrate this soulful food together. In the quiet moments of a Japanese morning, before the world awakens, there is a ritual. It is the preparation of tea, a process of centering the self. This is not merely about quenching thirst, it is designing a moment of peace. Green tea is a vessel for contemplation, a tool for sharpening the mind and soothing the spirit. It is the humble beginning to a day lived with intention, a daily reminder of balance. The power of this simple leaf is something that our ancestors understood intuitively. Modern science now illuminates what tradition has long held true. The leaves are rich in antioxidants. They patrol the body, neutralizing the free radicals that cause damage and inflammation. This daily act of protection extends to the most vital of our organs, supporting healthy cholesterol levels and cognitive function. The combination of caffeine and L-theanine creates a unique state of calm alertness. We see this philosophy of mindful consumption in every aspect of Japanese life. A single cup of green tea represents a commitment to one's well-being. In the world's blue zones, researchers seek patterns in the tapestry of a long life. In Okinawa, the daily ritual of drinking green tea is an integral part of the rhythm of their lives. The Okinawan elders do not merely drink tea, they share it, a reason to gather, to connect, to share stories and laughter. This social dimension is as crucial to their well-being as the catechins in the leaves. The tea is a catalyst for connection, reinforcing the social fabric that supports a long, healthy existence. The tea ceremony, even in its most informal daily practice, is a form of moving meditation. This is the essence of what we strive for, to integrate wellness so seamlessly into our lives that it becomes second nature. This is the ultimate design for living, a system where the healthiest choices are also the most natural and enjoyable ones. To incorporate this ancient practice into your own life does not require elaborate ceremony or expensive equipment. It begins with a simple intention, to create a space for a moment of calm. The process itself should be unhurried. This is mindfulness in practice, anchoring it firmly in the present sensory experience. You're not just making tea, you are crafting a moment of tranquility. Let the first sip be a conscious one. By designing small rituals like this, you are actively improving that experience. You are taking on the role of the designer of your own well-being, making conscious choices that lead to a more harmonious existence. This is the path to sustainable health. It is about addition, about weaving beautiful, nourishing threads into the fabric of your daily routine. The simple, consistent act of preparing and enjoying a cup of green tea is a powerful statement. It is a declaration that you value your health, that you value your peace of mind, and that you are willing to invest in the long-term project of a well-lived life. It is a small habit with the potential for profound transformation. Deep within the shaded, damp forests of Japan, growing on the decaying logs of fallen trees, one finds a treasure of immense value. The shiitake mushroom is not merely a food, it is a symbol of nature's power of transformation, of life emerging from decay. For centuries, traditional healers and cooks have revered this humble fungus, understanding that it holds a secret strength. In its rich, umami flavor and its firm, meaty texture lies a profound capacity to fortify the body's defenses. It is a gift from the forest, a natural tool for building resilience and vitality, a testament to the wisdom embedded in the natural world. The power of the shiitake lies in its ability to communicate with our immune system. It contains a polysaccharide called lentinan, a compound that has been the subject of extensive medical research in Japan. Lentinan doesn't attack invaders directly, instead it acts as a master conductor, stimulating and modulating our own immune cells, such as macrophages and T cells, to be more vigilant and effective. It is a process of enhancement, not aggression. It awakens the body's innate intelligence, empowering it to defend itself more efficiently. A beautiful example of nature providing the tools for our own systems to perform at their peak. This concept of strengthening the host, rather than just fighting the disease, is a cornerstone of traditional Eastern medicine. It is a proactive, rather than reactive, approach to health. By regularly consuming foods like shiitake mushrooms, we are not waiting for illness to strike, we are continuously maintaining and reinforcing our internal fortress. It is like tending to a garden, ensuring the soil is rich and the plants are strong, so they are naturally resistant to pests and blight. This daily nourishment of our immune system is a fundamental investment in a long and healthy life, a quiet act of self-preservation. The wisdom of this approach is echoed in the words of the people who live it. I recall an interview with a centenarian from a mountain village in Nagano, a man whose eyes sparkled with a clarity that defied his age. When asked for his secret, he smiled and said, "The forest provides. We eat the mushrooms that grow on the fallen shi trees. They give us the strength of the mountains." It was a simple statement, yet it contained a universe of meaning. It spoke of a life lived in harmony with nature, and a deep, intuitive understanding of the nourishing power found in the simplest of ingredients. In the landscape of Japanese cuisine, shiitake mushrooms are an indispensable element, prized not only for their health benefits, but for their extraordinary contribution to flavor. The deep, savory taste they impart is the very definition of umami, the fifth taste. This is the soul of the foundational soup stock that is the backbone of countless Japanese dishes. Dried shiitake, rehydrated in water, release their concentrated essence, creating a broth that is complex, earthy, and deeply satisfying. This is not just flavor, it is nourishment for the soul, a taste that evokes a sense of comfort and home. My own memories are steeped in the aroma of shiitake. I remember watching my grandmother in her kitchen, a place of quiet, focused work. She would carefully rinse the dried mushrooms, their surfaces wrinkled like the maps of ancient lands, before placing them in a bowl of water to soak. She taught me that this soaking liquid was not to be discarded, it was the mushroom's soul, she would say, a golden elixir to be added to soups, stews, and sauces. It was a lesson in frugality and respect for the ingredient, ensuring that none of its precious essence was wasted. This practice is a beautiful illustration of the Japanese principle of the deep regret concerning waste. Every part of the ingredient is valued and utilized. The rehydrated mushroom caps are sliced and added to stir-fries, simmered dishes like, or steamed in savory custards like. The tough stems, often discarded in other cuisines, are finely chopped and added to broths or mixed into fillings for dumplings. This holistic approach ensures that we receive the full spectrum of the mushroom's benefits, both nutritional and flavorful, respecting the life that was given for our nourishment. This is the art of traditional Japanese cooking, creating profound depth of flavor and immense nutritional value from simple natural ingredients. It is a culinary philosophy built on patience, respect, and a deep understanding of nature's gifts. The shiitake mushroom is a perfect embodiment of this philosophy. It teaches us that strength does not have to be loud or aggressive. It can be quiet, deep, and savory. It shows us how a humble fungus can be transformed into a cornerstone of both health and gastronomic delight, a true professional in the kitchen. In our contemporary world where we are constantly bombarded by stressors that challenge our immune systems, The ancient wisdom of the shiitake mushroom has never been more relevant. It is a powerful, natural ally in our quest for modern wellness. Integrating this food into your diet is a simple yet profound step towards building a more resilient body. You do not need to be a master of Japanese cuisine to unlock its benefits. It can be as simple as adding sliced shiitake to your favorite omelet, soup, or pasta sauce, a small modification that yields significant rewards. Think of each meal as an opportunity, a blank canvas upon which you can design a healthier future. The professional sees potential where others see only routine. Instead of reaching for empty calories, consider how you can add an element of fortification. Sautéed shiitake mushrooms with a touch of soy sauce and garlic can transform a simple piece of grilled chicken or fish. They can be roasted until crisp and enjoyed as a savory snack, or finely chopped and blended into burgers or meatballs to add moisture, flavor, and a powerful nutritional boost. The key is to make it accessible and enjoyable. Experiment with different preparations. Discover the ways in which the earthy, umami-rich flavor of shiitake can enhance the foods you already love. This is not about restriction, it is about enrichment. It is about elevating your daily meals from simple sustenance to acts of intentional self-care. By making these small, delicious additions, you are actively participating in the maintenance of your own health, building a foundation of wellness, one meal at a time, a truly proactive stance on living. Let the shiitake mushroom be a reminder that nature provides us with powerful tools for longevity and vitality. It is a testament to the fact that the most effective solutions are often the ones that have been with us all along, waiting patiently in the forest to be rediscovered. Listen to the wisdom of the centenarians, embrace the culinary traditions that have nourished generations, and start incorporating this incredible fungus into your diet. What is your favorite way to cook mushrooms? Share your ideas with our community in the comments below. Today we have journeyed through the Japanese pantry, exploring the quiet power held within these humble foods. We have seen how the fermented strength of natto and miso builds a foundation of gut health. We have learned how the Okinawan sweet potato fuels the body with clean energy and antioxidants. We have uncovered the mineral wealth of the ocean in seaweed, the mindful clarity offered by a simple cup of green tea, and the immune-fortifying essence of the shiitake mushroom. Each one is a master of its craft, a professional in the art of nourishment. These are not exotic, unattainable secrets. They are simple, daily habits, accessible to everyone. This is the most profound lesson from the world's longest-lived people. Long-term health is not the result of a single, drastic action, but the cumulative effect of small, wise choices made every single day. It is the consistent drop of water that eventually shapes the stone. Your commitment to adding these foods to your plate is a commitment to a future of vitality. It is the understanding that you are the primary designer of your own well-being, and your tools are the ingredients you choose. There is a saying that resonates deeply with me. You're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. This is the ultimate goal. It is about vibrant energy, mental clarity, and the ability to engage fully with the world at any age. In Japan, the best doctors understand this. They are beginning to prescribe plates, not just pills. They know that your next meal could be your next medicine. This is the shift in perspective we must all embrace, seeing our food not just as fuel, but as information that instructs our bodies on how to thrive. So I ask you, what will you do with this knowledge? Which of these foods will you start adding to your meals this week? Your journey to a longer, healthier life can begin with your very next plate. It is a powerful personal choice. Share this video with someone you love, a parent, a friend, a partner, and let's build a community of wise, well-lived seniors supporting each other on this path. Let us design a future where wellness is a shared joy. Drop a cup of tea emoji if you learned something new today and are ready to begin.